everybody, Ross of Coins and Coffee here, and I've got a bunch of bills to add to my currency album. I've got a few star notes and a trinary and 2 silver certificates, as well as some foreign currency and some military currency. I'm going to go ahead and get these sorted into some rigid holders and then place them in the albums, and we'll start going through them. I'll bring you back. All right, folks, and we are back. We have all the bills into the pages, and we have our labels created. Let's start going through. So first up is going to be a 1935 Block D silver certificate, and this one is miscut. And let's take it out. So see how wide the margins are from this side compared to here, as well as the bottom to the top. An overall really nice shape. I'm seeing some discolorations here and there, but I'm not seeing any fold marks. So I am super happy with this certificate in particular. All right, next up is another one, 1957 Block A. And this one does have some creases on it, but still overall good shape and clean margins. We have another trinary. This is 9s, 2s, and 1s. Now, this is only one digit off from being a binary. And boy, I wish that I could have gotten the strap that this bill had come in. So this was a 2017 Block A from Georgia. And did a little bit of number mapping. So if we were to have an entire strap that's 100 bills in consecutive order, the first 6 digits would all stay the same, so you just have 9s and 2s, and then the last 2 digits would be your variables. So we would end up getting a binary repeater. It would have been 922, I'm sorry, 9222, and then 9222. Then we would have had 3 binaries and 20 trinaries. Altogether 25 fancy serial numbers if we were lucky enough to have gotten that bank strap that originally had this note in it. Alas, that wasn't the case, but it's always fun thinking. And we have some other star notes. So first one is 2013 from New York. And then another 2017 from Texas. And I think this is my first star note from Texas as well. And then the one last star note up here from 2013 as well, New York. No new $2 bills. Next to the 5s. A star note from 2017 Block A. Now this note starts with 2 zeros, and as a general rule of thumb, you want at least 5 zeros. You want your serial to start off with 5 zeros before it really starts being considered a low serial number. So like this star note up at the top starts off with 3. Not too bad. Also was one off from being a trinary. That would be really cool when you can have your fancy serial numbers and have it be in a star note. The fancy serial number makes it cool. The star note is kind of like the cherry on top. That one's just a little too wide. There we go. Perfect. And we have another goldback, and this one is going to be from New Hampshire. So I have the Utah. Now I have the New Hampshire, and I believe there's a Nevada as well. And so this is the one New Hampshire goldback from 2020. These are gold foil. It's 1/1000th of a troy ounce of 24 karat gold. Now, I just think these are cool to collect. I don't think that they're a good way to invest in gold because, you do the math really quick. These goldbacks will cost you anywhere between $5 or $6. So you're paying anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000 for an ounce of gold if you wanted to collect 1/1000th of these. All right, a new military currency. So I have a 50 cent now, which is head and shoulders above the first one that I purchased, because this one you can see discolorations on it and there's a chunk of the corner missing. So this is a 50 cent military currency, series 100B from 1946. And these would have been used during Japanese occupation and the early days of Korean occupation. There was a Series 100A that did not last long, and whenever military currency or military paper payment certifications expire, they go ahead and have all of the soldiers redeem those tickets, because once the new ones come out, the old ones aren't going to be worth anything. And so it's kind of hard to find some of the first issues because a lot of them get destroyed. So here is a military payment certificate, 5 cents, series 481, was started in 1951. And we have 2 of those. So this would have been one of the first of the 5 cent payments. And then they changed the design for the Series 521, which came out in 1954. So you can see it's quite a drastic change. Military currency and military payment certifications have different ways of running their serial numbers. So each serial number is going to start off with a letter, and then the 8-digit number, and then another letter. Now, if your serial number were to end in a number, then you know that you have a replacement bill. Which replacement bills, especially for military payment certificates, are rare. You know, that a replacement bill is our star notes today. And so these would not have a star on them. They would simply end in a number. So they are definitely more sought after because not many were created in the first place. So there wasn't that much of a need to create replacement bills. So the ones that were are harder to find and worth a little bit more. These here in particular aren't worth as that much. Mostly military payment certificates and currency is simply just a fun thing to collect and should not really be viewed as much as an investment. Although some can be valuable, but it's not an efficient investment. And then we have a 10-cent military payment certificate. This was Series 472 from 1948. And this design is rather plain. I believe that this is the first issue of the 10-cent payment certificate, rather. And on later series, they started adding more personal vignettes and portrayals. So again, the serial number starts with a C, and then there are 8 digits and ends with a C. So if it ended in that number again, that's how you know you have the replacement note. And again, all these bills are sleeved upside down so that they weren't put into the pages. They're completely covered. And lastly is this 2 Bolivaries note from Venezuela, 2017. Now, this was thrown into a package for free. I had bought all the military payment certificates kind of as a lot altogether, and the seller just kind of threw this in, you know, as a little bonus. So I thought that was nice. Now, at the very end, we're going to kind of break a little bit of a rule. So these are the Mongolian notes, and I did not make any cards for them because I don't plan to keep them this way. I've found some pages that are made for, say, postcards, and so it would be 2 pockets per page, and that way I can lay these long ways up as they were intended to be shown. So these guys are really cool because they have the little Mongolian troops on them. So this is the 10. I'm not even going to try to say that right, so I'm just going to say the 10 note, which has archers. The 20 note, which looks to have, they almost kind of look like gladiators. And of course the 50 note has the famous Mongolian light cavalry. All right, everybody, this has been Ross with Coinsncoffee. Thank you all so much for spending time with me and going through these currency additions to the album. I hope you enjoyed this and had a good time. Be sure to keep a lookout. I'll be trying to increase this album more and more, trying to find other good finds. All right, everybody, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you later.